I'm ready. I mean, I should have done my hair. I was born in Sheffield in 1933, and I lived through the war years in a real industrial city at the side of gas tanks, railway lines, and steel factories. We would hear the German bombers coming over at night, the air raid sirens would go off. We'd have to run down the garden to the air raid shelter, and we used to just sit huddled in there till we could hear the bombs dropping round us. My eldest brother, on the night of the 13th of December, which was his birthday, Sheffield was really bombed, and he came out of the air raid shelter next morning when the all clear sounded and the aeroplanes had gone, and said, "Has the postman been with my birthday card?" Then we got through the World War II years, and I didn't get a lot of schooling because all the schools were bombed where I lived. And no schools, all the male teachers had gone to war. Well, up to being 7, I was pretty good at school. And I learned cursive and still know my times table from 2 to 12. You can ask me anything, how many is that, and I'll tell you. After the war, all the men came back, started working, and I used to work in a printing department. I ran a printing machine, and Stan, Grandad, worked in the factory, and he used to watch me going across the bridge every night. That's what he said. When he was waiting for a bus to take him home after work, he says he used to watch me walking across. And he says he dare never come and speak to me. Then at 16, I went to a dance, and Grandad came and asked me to dance. And from then on, as soon as I got up to dance with him, and I danced around the floor, I knew we'd be together. We just clicked. We got married in 54, and we're married 86 years. In those days, you had to go, young men were conscripted into the Army, Air Force or Navy, and they had to go at 18 years old for 2 years. So we've been courting, we call it courting, together for about a year. We used to go hiking in Derbyshire. Grandad decided that he should get into he went into Air Force. He'd go and do his 2 years in the Air Force, and when he came out, we'd get married. And that's what we did. We got married at 21. We managed to get a house. To get that in them days was being very lucky. My husband, and we had 2 friends, and he had a motorbike, talked Grandad into buying a motorbike. So I stayed at home. It was on a Saturday. Next thing I knew, my Grandad's brother, who lived crossroad from us, came running with no telephones in them days. No communication. You had to go. Norman came across and said, "Stan's had an accident and he's in the hospital." I went to the hospital and he broke his tibia and fibia. This was the first year of our marriage. He was on crutches for nearly 2 years. He couldn't work, couldn't go to work. I got pregnant. They all wondered how I got pregnant with him with a cast on his leg. But it happened. And then we had Julie, and after that we just had businesses, had hamburger shops, and then we had restaurants, and we've lived in a lot of places. What one in Sheffield, one in Matlock, Derbyshire. Then we emigrated to New Zealand. We had a fish and chip shop there. Then we came to America and we had a restaurant in Montana. And then we came to Port Angeles and had a hamburger shop. I just thought, if we don't like New Zealand, we can always come home. We liked it so much. And Julie met an American, came to America, and if we hadn't followed her, we'd have had Julie in America and Michael living in New Zealand. Trouble, we just went through things together. To open a restaurant and put all your money into it and be worried, are you doing the right thing? And I think you get closer when you have to solve your problems together. My kids, yeah. Oh gosh. How happy Grandad made everybody. He was the heart of the family. Yeah, yeah. And that's the end. Thank you.
Upside down. Honey, I miss you so. Oh, how long must I go? Looking high, looking low for you.